said the counsel. Y'all got it?
No.
426. 426. 426. Anybody? Alright, everybody there? Alright, let's roll with it. The quote, a verse, 426. We're going to read.
This is in Daniel.
I said, I didn't have it marked for you, bro. I just can't get it out. Alright, 426. Everybody got it? Let's roll with it. If you ain't got it, hold up. I'm about to read it to you, alright? I'm going to read just a little piece and then we're going to talk about it real quick. And it says like this. It says, and don't sin by letting your anger control you.
That's right.
How many of you in here sin when you get angry? Everybody hand here should be up. Boy, because I'm going to say this. When I get mad, woo! Boy, you be like 50 Manasseh this, and you let all this fly out there. You start hitting stuff, you start throwing stuff. You start saying, man, I hate this place. I wish I wasn't born. I wish I didn't live here in this house. I hate these people. Y'all know that y'all ain't. That's the truth. Y'all begin to say stuff like that. And then let somebody talk about you behind your back. You go and confront them, and you begin to talk mess to them, and you didn't even hear them say not one word. Right?
Yes.
Alright, check it out. I don't know why my phone keeps cutting off. Okay, now check this out. So we done got mad. We done let the anger get a hold of us. But the Bible says, do not let the sun go down while you are still angry.
Right.
For anger gives a foothold to who? The devil. So, let's stop right there. So, if we go to bed mad, if we go to bed with all this anger, guess how you're going to wake up the next morning? You think you're going to wake up joy? You think you're going to wake up in a good mood? You think you're going to be like, Lord, thank you for this day? You're going to be thinking about the last night. You're going to be thinking about all that anger, that frustration you had, all that stuff you had built up on the inside, all that hatred, and you begin to go to bed mad, and you begin to wake up mad the next morning. Your mama ain't even said nothing to you, but you get up out of bed, and you got that mean look on your face like you just, something just stunk. You just wake up out of bed mad.
There's a girl on my table at lunch that she sits like that, and she just makes that face the whole lunch.
So look, all right, listen.
Like, bro, what's wrong?
Right here, what I want you to do. Now we're gonna skip down because right here, let's read this other part. It says, don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them. So what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to encourage one another. I just sat there and told y'all that. We got to lift each other up. We got to begin to motivate one another. Look around this room. This is your brothers and your sisters in Christ. This is who you're supposed to lean on through your times of trial, through the storms, through the struggles. You're supposed to call one another, not to tell everybody the mess, not to share the gospel. Gossiping with everybody. You don't say, hey, you know what, so-and-so told me this, but yet go tell everybody else. So I'm sitting here telling you, you need to start lifting one another up. You got to start motivating each other. You got to start getting involved with one another.
Right.
All right? So, let's keep reading. And it says, do not bring sorrow to God's Holy Spirit by the way you live. Remember, He has identified you as His own. God has said you are His. You're more than what the world speaks of you. You have value as God. God sees, He sees so much value in you when you don't see nothing in yourself. You see, let me tell you something. Because all of us go through some mess, right? We feel that time alone, and we feel like the storm is brewing. Let me tell you this. The presence of a storm doesn't mean the absence of God.
Right.
Just because you don't feel God doesn't mean He's not there. If you don't believe me, just think about Job in the book. Everybody know Job? But nobody knows Job, do you?
Yeah.
You see, Job was a man who loved God. Job loved God with everything he had. He worshiped God. He honored God just as somebody who's faithful would do, right? But yet God let the enemy tempt Job. He let the enemy begin to take everything from Job. his kids, his house, his money, his flock, everything he had, his land, and the enemy began to take it all away from Job. Because the enemy sat there and was trying to tell God, you know, if you'll just let me test Job, he'll curse you and he'll stop serving you. He'll turn his back on you. He don't even want to serve you no more. But yet Job stayed faithful through all that. And I'm sitting here asking you, through your storms and through your trials and through your anger and your frustration, are you honoring God? Are you staying faithful to God?
Amen.
Are you being obedient to His Word?
Right.
Most of us answer no. Most of us say, Pastor, you know, man, when I get mad, I start hitting things. I start throwing things, man. I start saying words I shouldn't say. I start, you know, in the middle of anger, you begin to tear somebody down. And what does the Word of God say about the tongue?
It has power.
It has power. It has the power of life and death. You, just like I said, you have the power, man, to lift somebody up, but you also have the power to tear somebody down.
Right.
So in the middle of your rage, in the middle of your anger, remember, be James. Look at your neighbor and say, James. Be James. Say, be James. Be James. Be quick to listen, slow to speak. So, hey, look, if you don't take nothing out of here tonight, take that part. Because that has stuck with me forever, and I'll be like, man, I ain't James. Be quick to listen, slow to speak. So, James, quick to listen, slow to speak. What is James? Quick to listen, slow to speak. So, what's James one more time?
Quick to listen,
Slow to speak. So, make sure you're James. So when you begin to get angry, I want you to just begin to just be quiet. Be still. Don't be disobedient, but just be still and let God work through you. Begin to wait on your words. Begin to think before you speak. Begin to be a motivator. How many of you know, man, I can't sit here and tell you how much power you have in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
How many kids have you seen on Facebook begin to tear each other down, or Instagram or Snapchat, and you hear about it all the time? Kids begin to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Because somebody said something, or because somebody begins to pick on them, or because somebody begins to share something about them. And they didn't even have to say anything, but type some words. So I want to encourage you, man, today, just be a motivator. Begin to lift one another up. Begin to tell each other how proud you are, man. So, let's remember this. Let's go. Guaranteeing that you will be saved on the day of redemption. Get rid of all the bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, and slander, as well as all types of evil behavior. Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgive one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you. So why should you be nice and tender-hearted to one another? Why should you forgive each other? Why? I just said why. Because Christ forgave you. Just as Christ has forgave you. You ask God forgiveness and you want God to wash you clean. You want God to help you. But yet you can't even be the one to forgive somebody. You can't even be the one to lift somebody up. But yet you always want God to have your back.
Right.
You want me to tell you what's going to happen? God going to pull out this big old stamp that says, denied. What's he going to say? Why am I going to forgive you if you can't forgive others?
Right.
So I just want to encourage you, man. Maybe somebody might have wronged you. Maybe somebody might have hurt you. Maybe somebody might have talked down on you. Maybe somebody spoke negative in your life. How about you turn it around for the good and begin to lift them up and begin to talk to them,
Right.
and show them favor and begin to just be kind. I don't understand why in this age we want to tear each other down and we just want to be vicious. Super vicious. I mean, let somebody, and right here's what gets me, man, you got them people that like to start the mess, right? You got these people, they're the instigators. They ain't even the ones trying to fight. Have y'all ever been, y'all know when y'all go to a fight, and everybody right there, you got the whole little crew around them, and you got the two people about to fight, but you got all these little hype people.
And they're like, ooh.
All these little hype people. They don't even know what's going on. But they want to just see the fight. They're like, ooh, buddy, you hear he said something about your mama. He didn't even say nothing. Oh, you hear that? That boy said, yo, daddy, fool. Ooh. Yo, daddy. But that, you see what I'm saying? These people don't even know you, but yet they want to hype you up.
Right.
You see this? you know, these two dudes that really didn't even have no drama, no mess with one another, but yet because of what people said, they begin to fight.
Right.
Let me tell you something. As you get older, guess what happens when you begin to fight?
You go to jail.
Oh.
Been there. Now let me tell you this. Them same little hype people that got you there, guess how many gonna come bail you out?
None of them.
None of them. Ain't none of them cared or none of them. They just wanted to see you fight.
They're gonna be like, oh, you got
So
him down?
look,
Cool for him.
the next time you find yourself in a little spot like that, man, it's okay to walk away.
Right.
It's okay to say, look, bro, this ain't even worth it, man. I'm just telling you. I done been locked up too many times because of assault battery, aggravated assault. I mean, look, if I sit here and just thought about all of the money I wasted because somebody sat there and hyped me up. My little brother used to be the world's worst one. And I say little brother, my brother's actually bigger than me. But he don't like to fight though. My brother's probably like this tall and probably about 2 of me. I'm just playing. He's probably about my same size, but he's pretty big. But he don't like to fight. But yet every time he get in trouble, I don't even know these folks. When we was young, he come home, hey bro, they talking this and this noise, blah blah blah, whoopty whoop whoop, bro. They over here starting this drama, bro. Da da da. Ooh, they said something about mama and daddy, and I was like, all right, bro, point him out. Every time, bro, point him out. And look, I don't sit up here to boast or to brag, but man, my hands are all scarred, bro. I remember one time, just foolishness, stupidness, just to prove a point how bad I thought I was when I was a kid. My brother, I said, this dude right here, and he just said, yeah. I don't even know if this was the dude talking mess or not, but yet out of just anger and frustration, what I do?
You beat him up.
Hit him one time. Guess what? I went to jail. Then I had to pay all these fines because I broke the guy's teeth, so I had to go pay to get his mouth fixed. Guess what? It wasn't worth it. So that's what I'm saying. It's not worth it. But then I look back at some of the things, like, man, I'll be honest with you. Man, I hate fighting. This day, I hate fighting. And there's a reason why. Because one time I got in a fight, and it wasn't nobody that I didn't know. No, I ain't never lost a fight. Look, it was my own dad.
Fight your dad?
Yeah, listen. I'm going to tell you the true story. And for a long time, me and my dad, we didn't have a good relationship. We didn't talk. I wouldn't speak to him. To this day, I mean, me and my dad, we don't really have like a real good father-son relationship. I mean, I love my dad. Don't get me wrong. He loves me. I know he does. He's always there for me. I can talk to him about anything. But yet the bond is not like it should be. And it's because of all of the anger, man, frustration. Me and my brother got into a fight or an argument. We didn't get in a fight because my brother knows that. But we got into an argument. And in the middle of the argument, I began to push my brother. My dad already knew. He's like, he already knew I could just beat this dude up. So he jumps in the middle, and when he jumped in the middle, I pushed him. Like I just grabbed him and just, well, when he fell and hit the side of his nightstand. And when he fell, he hit the side of his face right here like this. And when he got up, he's holding his face like this, and it ripped it open, and he was bleeding. And in that moment, I began to see, man, I got problems. I said, man, this can't continue. What if my dad would have fell hit the nightstand just a certain way, and that would have been it?
Right.
So next time you begin to get in a fight and you begin to act like you bad or bold, just think about that, man. Your life can change in an instant. I see it all the time on TV, man, on the news. People got in a fight. Oh boy, fell down on the railroad train and got ran over. Now the dude's going to prison for the rest of his life over a small little fight. So I just want to lift you up, man. Maybe you might have a problem at home with your parents or with your people or your granny or your aunties or uncles or whoever it may be. Man, stop fighting with one another.
Yeah.
Stop letting the devil promote you and use you. Instead, begin to lift them up, man. So I'm just sitting here trying to encourage you. Man, I'll tell you, I've been through all kinds of mess in my younger age. And I know my daughters, they think I'm tough on them. Really. They truly do. And that might be the case. Because I don't want my kids to end up on the same road I ended up on. I don't want my kids to go down through the same things I had to go through. You know, at 19, I we had to work and struggle just so I could take care of my daughter. Me and my wife both. Making like $15,000, $16,000 a year apiece. Man, that ain't no money. So I'm just sitting here telling you, bro, and young ladies, man, wake up. Stop letting these people instigate you and get you all hyped up. Stop letting people choose what you gonna do.
Right.
Make the choice for yourself. So I just want to encourage you, man, grow up. So I love you guys. Trust me, I miss being in here with y'all. I miss hanging out. I know going back and forth, man. Trust me, it's a struggle because you know I like being here with you guys. I like preaching in here with you guys. So because I can share so much with you. Because when I was your age, I know you hear that all the time when I was your age. But I just, like I say, man, I just encourage you. Be somebody.
Yeah.
Don't be a nobody. What I always tell y'all?
To not be a follower.
To not be a follower, but be a leader. And understand that you are somebody in God's kingdom. To the world, you might be a nobody, but to God, you're somebody.
Right.
So, like I said, let's I got a couple songs.
Yeah. You don't have?
I got one song. We find Carol. He's on the video. Look at him. Our video crew. I love you, bro. Hey, oh, yeah, I'm hot. What y'all waiting on, man? Y'all leave me hanging. Hey, while they getting ready. Hey, while they getting ready, y'all stand up. Everybody stand up real quick. I want to know y'all to come right in the front. Oh, man. Come on, ass